All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. It is May 20th, 2021 on a Thursday. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get started and talk about the market, shall we? Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little logo there. Click there, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, comment, any questions. Really do appreciate it as always. Thank you for the support. Welcome aboard. Dow futures are down 29 points. NASDAQ futures up 0.35%. We had a really nice close on the NASDAQ yesterday and the S&P. S&P is green as well, up about 3 points on the futures. Russell is up about 2. Bitcoin, we're going to talk about crypto here in a second. They're bouncing. Crude futures are down 0.62%, 62.96 a barrel. Gold futures are down 0.5%, 18.70 an ounce. Silver futures 27.83, down 0.68 an ounce as well. The euro dollar is up 25 pips, 122.02. And the dollar yen is down 22 pips at 108.97 for my Forex people. Looking at the US dollar, we're right below the 90 level, down 0.22% on the index, and the VIX is down about 3% at 21.52. Remember that 20 level, very, very key. I think we do break below 20 today. All right, so nice day so far this morning. I do have a futures position open on E-mini futures. Some quick headlines before we begin. One Apple headline I saw: latest survey data shows iPhone purchase intent continues to improve, now highest in 5 years. That's according to UBS. Okay, so jobless claims. Jobless claims were 444,000 versus 450,000 expected. That's a drop of 34,000 week over week. The May 8th week continuing claims jumped 111,000 to 3.751 million. That's the total. I think that's a rolling month, but that's where we are. Yep, that's it. So, but again, weekly jobless claims have dropped further below 500,000. So that's a really good sign, obviously, and employment's down. So the Fed is actually getting their mandate. Good stuff. That's pretty much the biggest economic data that I could find. That was today. Some Philly Fed news today. May Philly Fed 31.5 versus 41 expected. The Philly Fed prices prices paid manufacturing index is the highest since the 70s. I'm going to give a quick little snippet on inflation. I remember I was talking about it on the live, and everyone was kind of understanding how inflation works. But guys, at the end of the day, it's not hyperinflation. Again, I understand if some of you lived through the 70s, oil crisis, whole different ballgame. But I think the inflation fears are a little too high. I think that's what you're getting, again, is supply not meeting demand outstripping supply. We do have some supply chain issues. Again, I think it's not I don't think it's a headwind. I think it's more of a tailwind. I like the actual look of the demand of the goods outstripping supply. That, again, we're reopening. Unemployment is down. Again, you're seeing a lot of things coming our way. Again, unemployment is going to keep going down. More people are going to get back to work. Obviously, there's some unemployment benefits still coming around. There's some child tax credit coming around. I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal regarding the child tax credit. Just a heads up, that child tax care credit is not any kind of stimulus. It's just a credit that's being fronted to you. So think about that $1,500 credit that you usually get at the end of the year. You'll be getting it monthly. That's basically what the deal is. It's basically just an advance on a tax break you would have gotten anyways. So again, I think a lot of people said, oh, it's UBI, it's socialism. We've had child tax credits now for years, even since the Bush administration. That's when it was increased, I believe, in 2002. So again, just wanted to reiterate the facts there. Again, a lot of tailwinds here in the market that I'm seeing. Obviously, we had a fall here and there. We tested around 40.55. The level I was looking for was 40.39. We bounced. I played the 50-day moving average on the daily. We've been talking about that on E-mini futures, and that seems to be the level that's been working, guys. The E-mini futures here. I am long. You can see right here, that 50-day moving average. If you guys want to see my position, here it is, right there, $740. Got in at 40.80.50 on the future signal with the team right there, 740. If you really guys want to see it and have some fun, it's under future signals. and you can see right there, MES is micro E-mini futures. We're now up about 37 points on futures. So just to give you a heads up again, we talked about that again, that 50-day moving average on the daily. That's really your line in the sand to play the bounce because it's still within that channel. We posted many times about it. So again, am I feeling bullish again? I think I've been staying bullish for a while. Again, there's some kind of trends here and there that you may see some headwinds, but at the end of the day, some really good information, some really good data that came out. I think that we're going to soar today. I think we'll test 41.34, possibly 41.40 on E-mini futures. That's about another 20 points, 23 points. I think we get it. I think Friday we continue to rally. It's going to be the same thing as last week. You could see Monday, Tuesday, just destruction. Well, not destruction, but down. And then Thursday we had a zip, kind of sideways after market hours, and then a zip on Friday. And then 41.80 is my target. Could be a triple top. It could be a pop above it. Again, we'll keep an eye on it, but I'm watching 41.34 on E-mini futures. The pivot, your pivot point on E-mini futures, guys, or S&P is 41.23. If that does break, 41.34 is going to come. That should cross the 100 to the 200 bullish signal on the hourly. That'll get us to 41.80. If you're playing SPY at home, again, you could target around 413 calls, if anything, by Friday. So I'll be looking at some SPY calls today to possibly play tomorrow, if not for Monday expiry. Give me a little bit of room. But again, 413 would be in focus. Check the volume, check your charts. Obviously, do your due diligence as always. Let's go ahead and talk crypto because I know everyone wants to talk about it. So again, yesterday, really didn't panic, of course. Again, I showed you guys my portfolio. I showed you what I'm doing. That post on Instagram is my portfolio that's using Coin Tracker. I got to the lows of my portfolio around 103,000 on the rip. That's basically a 50% haircut, 50% drawdown of what I had. I think on my peak on crypto in this portfolio was right around 203,500, 205,000, excuse me. So I got it down to 105. So more than a 50% haircut. Again, did I panic? Did I sell anything? No, I actually bought some more Bitcoin right on that 200-day like I talked about. It was on the investment club right around 39,200 is where I bought. Again, I usually dollar cost average anyways. I buy every week. Today, I'll be buying some more SPY G. I buy that every week. This is the stuff I talk about with the investment club. Again, they know exactly what I'm doing. I show my live portfolio. So if anything I do, I just let them know. Again, I let them figure that out. Let's go talk about crypto here. Again, that 200-day moving average, very, very key. You can see we're bouncing now, 41,870. My call was around, we'll get to around 48 by Monday, maybe 50 by Monday. I think weekend puts us up. I think what we saw was tremendous liquidations on margin accounts. I posted that. That was a Bloomberg headline on Twitter. I posted that for you guys. Again, I've been repeating it. A lot of people got burned playing with fire, playing with leverage. Do not play with leverage when it comes to crypto. Yes, your gains can be higher, but your losses can be like that. And again, this is how you get a 35% swing in a day. I think the worst, in my opinion, is over. If you're looking to buy the dip and we get another leg down, 28,000 to 30,000 should be your buy zone. That's right here, right on the January pump, right there. So we did break above that and retested it. So we had the break first, January 1st, and then we retested that level again right around January 26th, and we haven't looked back. The last time we tapped it, literally 30,000, was yesterday, and we bounced. Huge, huge daily candle. So again, I like Bitcoin long term. You know that. Again, there's going to be a time where I'm going to take some profits. I took some already. I sold one Bitcoin in April. Anyways, I believe I sold it for like 49. And again, I bought my home. I put down for closing on my home. So again, I did realize some gains. It's important, guys. I understand the whole mentality. Totally get it. But again, you do want to get some profits out of it for your hard work. Again, a couple of bucks is not going to hurt you guys. I understand the hodl mentality. I totally understand. But if you want to take some profits, guys, don't feel bad by doing it. It's important to obviously get some prize out of it instead of looking at a P&L all day. Let's take a look at the other cryptocurrencies today. Ethereum flirting with 3,000. Nice to see. Cardano is now at $1.89. That's moving. XRP up 17. Doge is up 49% at 42 cents. I believe it got as low as 25 cents. So if you got in at the lows, congratulations. I don't own any Doge. Everyone always asks me. I don't. But that's where we are currently. Polygon I have, that's at $2.17. Tezos I have $4.40. Sushi Swap 1661, and Stellar's at 52 cents. So again, a lot of green on the board on crypto, which is nice. Patience is always rewarded. I've always said that patience is key. I think a lot of people have the wrong time frame when it comes to crypto. Guys, this is a volatile asset. Bottom line, if you can't handle the swings, just don't do it. Just don't even get in. I kind of equate Binance to no limit hold'em poker. Honestly, it's no limit. Again, you don't know what can happen. You can get called all in anytime. Think of a liquidation. Again, you have to make sure that you know what you're doing when you're investing in these assets. If you have no idea how crypto works or any idea on what exactly you're getting into, get out. If this is your rent money, if this is your savings account, you need to sell immediately. This is your opportunity to get the hell out if that's the case. You need to make sure to be prudent. If this is just money that you're just investing, part of your speculation bucket, like I talked about, the 5-bucket method, great, you can hold, you're fine. It's not a huge part of your portfolio. But if you're the type of guy that put it all in on a coin because someone guy on Reddit told you, or some this, and I bought this kind of coin because a friend of mine told me, that's where you got to be careful. Do your homework, do your due diligence. It's very, very important. So again, if you have patience, you're going to be rewarded. Guys, we're going to retake all-time highs, 64,000. It won't be tomorrow. It'll probably be in a couple of weeks, if not a month or so, or a couple of months. It just takes time. I can't give you the exact date, but I can give you my calls, and I think 49,000 will retake this candle right here, 49,883. By my opinion, by Monday. I think the buying continues. I think the worst is over. And if I'm wrong, well, you can yell at me and make fun of me. No problem. So that's where we are on crypto. So again, if you didn't panic yesterday, you're feeling pretty good today. Congratulations. And you can see that E-mini futures is starting to test that pivot point of 41.23. Why do I have Space up? Space did report something today. I'll go ahead and read you the headline, and then I will go ahead and answer some questions. Virgin Galactic Space announced next test flight of Spaceship 2 Unity will be conducted on May 22nd, which is on Saturday. So if you have Space, and I do own Space, I don't own a ton of shares. Again, part of my speculation bucket. I have like 250 shares. And again, I've been riding this for all. I've been dollar cost averaging. I'm happy. But I am green on it. So I told my investment club members, if you have Space and you don't love this stock, and you don't want to own it long term, the market is giving you an opportunity to get out now. If you don't like Space, you don't like the volatility, the day is today to close it. Get rid of it and move on with your life. If you're okay with holding it and you like the prospects of this company and space exploration and space tourism, then you want to keep it and you're happy. I would not add here. Obviously, I don't add to the upside. I only add to the downside. So again, keep that in mind. If you look at your portfolio today and you're seeing a lot of names that have gained, Roku, Nvidia, what else is gaining today? A football TV, I own that. If you have a Coinbase, if you have a Blink, if you have a Clove, which I own as well, if you also own a Tesla today, if you own Square today, a lot of growth names are getting bids today, which is nice. Again, I was a little bit of expecting that out of yesterday's kind of a weird kind of day. If these names, you don't love them and you do not want to own them and you're afraid and they're part of your speculation bucket, today is the day to sell. The market is giving you an opportunity on these rises, on these rips, to get out. If you do love them, keep them. And today it doesn't mean anything to you. It's going to show you some green in the portfolio. You're going to be happy. But again, any kind of rip to the upside, that's where you have to kind of look at your portfolio and say, do I still love this company? Do I still see the prospects of this company? Do I still think we're going to grow? If that's the case, you keep it. If you don't, that's your opportunity to get the hell out and move on with your life. Totally okay if you do. No issues there. I'm not going to be mad at you. I just want you guys to make sure that you're happy and you're happy with your investments. So there you go. Now we're getting closer to that pivot point, 41.23. Let's see if we get it. Good morning. Price target for Space after Tesla announcement today. Good idea for calls? No, I think it's going to be one of those, the news is already priced in. Really 22.06 is your resistance. I wouldn't touch Space today. I wouldn't be surprised if we close under 20. Again, these rips usually don't last for Space, and sometimes they do continue. So again, I would just be careful, tread carefully on Space. I'm looking at VIX. VIX just filled the gap on the chart. It is now on the 50-day. We should test 2035. So I expect more downside today. I think the market ends green today. So the VIX is telling me a lot. With that being said, look at Apple. It's breaking above the 50. Could be something. Again, maybe you could target the 200-day, which is around 126. Qs are breaking above the 200-day. My target is really right here, right around 325. Actually, 328 that's the breakout level. I don't know if we'll get it, but I have some Qs that are for longer term expiry. But NQ is breaking out, which is nice to see. So again, there's probably some opportunities out there for some names. I think that the financials are catching. No, there's no bids on the financials. Energy, I'm pretty sure, is probably down. So again, it could be a re-rotation back into tech for right now. I'm expecting a bigger push in tech in Q3 as value takes a backseat. But right now, value seems to be working. Again, obviously, you have financials kind of falling. I had JPM yesterday and I had to close it for a loss. Happens. Good morning, Carlos. Any possible day trades for AMD? Yeah, let's take a look. AMD again, they had some great news in regards to a stock buyback, which helps shareholders like me. Awesome. If you're looking at it here, I would say a break of 77.18 seems about right, and then I would target 78.62, and I would go for next week if that's the case. If you get that break, so 78.62. If you bought the 78 calls, 78 half calls, that's totally fine. But wait for your volume, see what you get. Good morning. Do you think rotation out of energy is waning? I think there's still more upside during the summer. I think value still needs to catch up. There's still a catch-up trade there. So I think you still run with financials. I say around June or around now, if you have some banks that you want to take some profits on, some energy names you want to take some profit on, right now it'd be prudent. But right now, obviously they're flat. I'd wait for a nice little pop, maybe a pop on crude, a pop on interest rates, and then you can hold it. Now, the banks are really good. If you're really worried about inflation, banks are a really good inflation trade because when rates go up, banks make more, obviously due to the spread between their loaning money and their borrowing costs. So again, if you're looking at a bank and you kind of want to hedge inflation, banks are the way to go. Energy is the way to go. So you can put that in your slice of your portfolio, part of your core holdings. JPM is one of my favorite bank stocks to own. I own them. I'm up on JPM now since I bought last year. I'm up about 75% on the stock. I really only own about 41 shares. Not setting the world on fire, obviously. I'm pretty diversified other than tech. I love tech. But again, looking at JPM, I like JPM. I like Goldman Sachs. I like Morgan Stanley. I like Citi. Those are your 4 banks that I like. So again, you can add them to your portfolio and hold them a little bit. Again, if you're looking for a little bit of a hedge against inflation, if you've been holding banks, you've been riding this value wave for the past 6 months or the past 4 months, and you're sitting on a nice profit, I'd wait for a nice little pop today or maybe tomorrow before June. Take some cheese off the bread. You know what I'm talking about? Take a little bit of cheese, and you can leave your initial investment in. Take some profits. No, take your initial investment out, and then you leave some profits, and you're fine. So that's one way to think of it if you're trading at home on these names. But again, I do think that will wane out of value at the end of Q2, which is June, and then we'll start getting into tech in Q3, Q4, and I think tech starts going out with a vengeance. I talked about that yesterday on the market recap. Feel free to take a look at it. IGTV, we do it every day after the market. Good morning, boss. Thoughts on football earnings? They had strong earnings, obviously, but strong earnings are not enough in this market. Obviously, we saw that with Apple. We saw that with Microsoft. Again, I like football long term. Another speculation name, they are up about 30 cents pre-market. There's a break level of around 22.67 here. You could see it right here. That's your resistance, right around 22.50. If that does break, again, if you own it and you want an out, if you break that, there it is. I'm going to hold it long term. I actually use football, the app, every day. I love it. Does QQQ, blessings everyone. Thanks, Gene. QQQ run if it breaks 50 DMA. Let's take a look at it. 4Q, sorry. Q, it did break. If you're looking at the daily, that's probably what you're asking for. Let's see it here. Yeah, I definitely could see that. That 50-day is very key. It's at 327.50. I haven't earned at 328.50. The good news is that we're still within this channel. Again, that's exactly what I want to see. A break of 328.55, we can get to 336, in my opinion. And 336, we can kind of soften up a little bit. You can see kind of a little bit of a range. 342 is that nut to crack on top. But again, a nice bounce into that channel. Again, I still like tech. I know a lot of people are very sour on it. I still like it. I bought ARKK last week on the lows, below $100. I think I'm going to be pleasantly rewarded with that. Patience, you're right. Is a share buyback on AMD a good move for a growth stock like they are? I think what AMD did is they said, Lisa Chu, who's an amazing CEO, and even Kramer said this, she basically said enough is enough. I'm tired of being lumped in with Intel, which is not a great company in regards to semiconductors in comparison. AMD has been eating their lunch. Intel has just been slamming AMD, just talking bad about them, and AMD said enough. Basically, AMD's stock has been absolutely punished because of the semiconductor space because they're all lumped in together. I think AMD is an amazing company. They have amazing products. They're a killer, and I like this buyback move. Again, $4 billion extra in capital. If they borrowed money to do this, I'd be a little more concerned, but they didn't, not that I know of. They're not offering any notes. If they offer some convertible notes like a Square did recently or a Coinbase recently to fund these buybacks, I'd be a little nervous, but that's not the case here. AMD is doing their thing. They use cash, so that's a good sign. Ally Bank, I don't have Ally Bank. I don't own Synchrony Bank, but again, if you like them, go for it. They've been price action pretty well. You gotta tell your viewers to hit that like button. Your content deserves more views. Thank you. Yes, if you do like this video, please press the like button. Again, we're here to help. We're here to answer questions. Funny story, I posted a story on Instagram. I actually posted a post regarding crypto, and it was actually removed by Instagram. I guess Instagram is really taking a look at crypto from yesterday's craziness. Just a heads up, I understand there's a lot of people out there that's giving information, and you're free to decide what you want to decide. Again, guys, when we're here on the morning note or we're here on the aftermarket recap, we have stuff for everybody. You don't have to be a signed up member of ours to enjoy the benefits of our information. You really don't. We're here for you every day. And I do this every day for you guys, morning note and aftermarket recap. So just a heads up on that end. Again, we're not here to sell anything if you don't want it. Obviously, we have masterclass to teach you. We have signals, sure. But again, there is no obligation. I just be very wary, especially on social media like a TikTok and Instagram. Just some random people talking about, random coins. Guys, one piece of advice, I'm a little older, I'm 35, I learned a lot of things in my life. Again, I'm not like 90 or anything, but I've learned a couple of things. Usually when you're making a big decision, say it out loud one time to yourself. Does it sound like a good idea? When a guy tells you, hey man, you need to invest in Rocket, say it out loud for yourself one time. Does that sound like a prudent investment, or are you just gambling? If you're just gambling and you're cool with it, fine. You want to gamble, be my guest. I love me some Vegas too. But an investment, come on, say it out loud one time. Should I invest $3,000 in Rocket because some guy said so on Instagram and I got a DM? Say it out loud one time. You'll really clarify things, to be honest with you. Again, I've always said if you just wanted to get into crypto and make life easy, Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's all you need to know. The rest is just icing on the cake. But those two, you're going to be fine. Those are the big boys. I really equate those two to like Apple and Microsoft. They're not going to go anywhere for the most part. They're not as volatile, in my opinion, as the other ones have. Just as an FYI. They're hating. I don't know who's hating. And again, I really don't think about haters. I think that word is thrown around a little too much. Haters. I highly doubt that I'm on people's mind that much. I'm not that arrogant. So with that being said, it is 9:25 Eastern Standard Time. Let's wait for the market bell to open. I'm going to check in with my team. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I will join you later after today for the aftermarket recap. No morning note tomorrow. I get my second vaccine tomorrow. So that'll be in the morning. So no morning note. My apologies. I'll send out the Reuters information for the morning. I'll post that tomorrow so you guys have something, at least something to read. And then we'll go from there. But I'll see you later today for the aftermarket recap. Have a great day trading. Have a great day investing. We'll catch you guys. We'll catch you guys on Monday for the morning note. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Cheers.